We go again, loves. It's episode 12 of Into It.
Oh, nearly.
Like, do you know what? We kind of did that quite well, girl band style.
Not too bad.
We're going to get it.
We're going to get it one day.
Exactly right. One day. We want to say thanks again to our wonderful guests for the last episode, the brilliant Uzo Emenike. And check out his tour, support him, support the new record out in September, and go and see him when he hits the road. He's up and down the UK.
Go get Bulldozer.
Exactly.
We've listened to it. It's insane. You are going to die.
Well, here we are, sis. What's been happening in your world?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, as our listeners will know, we had the incredible Jessie Ware on. And Jessie was sitting in the DMs after our show. Was like, you want to be in the music video for Sauna? And I was like, yeah, sure. So we filmed the music video for Sauna in Rankin Studio.
Chic.
Yeah, always nice. That's a nice studio. They got the good catering as well.
Yeah.
So we shot the music video, lots of cameos, fashion people. Who do we have?
Well, I'll tell you in the video, as an observer, the people that stood out, obviously, your good self. Shout out to Patrick Wilson, Jessie's hairdresser. Incredible hair artiste. Hairdresser to the stars. Also does really excellent drag. I was at a Halloween party one year and he dressed up as Demi Moore from The Substance.
The Substance. That was amazing.
10
that was amazing.
out of 10.
And also does like a really great skit of A Place in the Sun.
Yes.
Hola and welcome back to another episode of Homes in the Sun. I'm your host Patrick Wilson and this week we're in the winter sun paradise of Tenerife.
It's Demi from The Substance. It was at Jade.
That's Jade Thirlwell.
We've shouted out Jade before. We're always going to shout out Jade because that's our homegirl. But Jade is always very festive and has does great costume parties. And one year Patrick, who's Jessie Ware's hairdresser, was Demi Moore from The Substance and was excellent. Yeah, so he's in the video. Your good self's in the video.
Baby Daddy from
Sisters is in the video. Our good sis Amy Phillips.
Yes. Eloisa, if the dolls are listening, the dolls will know Eloisa.
And I think one of my favourite cameos in the video, which made me crack up, is Jessie Ware's husband, Sam, is in the video and they are full on snogging. And Jessie Ware's mum, shout out to Lenny in the comments, being scandalised by the full deep tongue snogging that her son-in-law and daughter were doing in the video. Was very entertaining to see.
Take your husband to work day.
Exactly. So tell us about the shoot day because you were wearing something tight.
Well, you know what? I was thinking, what should I wear? What should I wear? And what do you wear? Like Jessie was like, make it sexy, make it hot. And I was like, I think it's a latex moment, isn't it? And she was like, I think that's correct. Well, she said listen to the song. The song is gay. The song is hot. It's sexy. And what's, gay, hot and sexy? Latex. So that's what we wore.
GHS, baby.
Yeah. Atsuko Kudo, who I work with a lot, that I've talked about before in this pod, she made that dress for the Beyonce Renaissance party that Beyonce invited us to a few years ago. So I had that made for then. It was actually since worn by Stella from Flow to the Mobos.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Fashion 999.
I was like, I swear that's the dress that was made on my body. But Stella is a hottie.
Oh, gorgeous.
And she looked amazing in it. But it's always weird when a dress is made for you and it just appears on someone else, which is amazing. So yeah, I just dug that out the archives and trotted myself up to Highbury and shot that music video. It was fab. I haven't been in a music video for a hot minute. I forgot to say in our Emenike pod the other day, I was actually in an Emenike video back in the day.
Which song?
I think it was Colours.
Oh, with him and Hayley Steinfeld?
Yes.
Off of Sinners fame?
Yes. Do you know what? I was watching Sinners and I was like, I know this girl. And I was in her music video nearly a decade ago.
Hayley Steinfeld is a really interesting one, isn't it? Because I think apart from Starving with Zed,
that was her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was starving. That's Hayley Steinfeld. Yeah, she's been around for a minute and she's always been a very consistent, good sort of young creative person. But I think Sinners was one of the first times I was like, okay, right, she's locked in.
She can act boots.
Oh no, she's an incredible actress. So she's been in some really prestigious films, but Sinners, I think, was definitely a game changer for her. And of course, working with Emanike in Colours, which you featured in the music video.
Working with Munroe Bergdorf in Colours.
Exactly, sorry.
I'm joking.
Mate, bitch, the fuck you are.
So yeah, that was that. And it was fab. I just like showing out in a lift. I didn't really do anything. I just kind of went into this lift set and pretended that I was Britney Spears for about 10 minutes.
Baby, isn't that all that you technically dream of?
Oh, yes.
Well, there we go.
Do you know what? Whenever I'm on a red carpet, that's kind of what I try to channel, is just like living out my Britney Spears and dream within a dream fantasy.
And you're doing it every day, darling. And speaking of red carpets.
Yes.
Guys, may the record show. May the record show. Now, remember, I was talking about the imminent release of Practical Magic 2. Mm-hmm. The new movie starring Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. It is the sequel to the iconic Practical Magic. I say iconic. I mean, Practical Magic is definitely a cult classic. I absolutely adore this film. And now it's getting its sequel release. And Munroe, at the time of me exclaiming my excitement around it, was like, I don't know. I don't never care. Like, stop with the remakes, stop with the sequels. I don't like Nicole Kidman's wigs. And I said, mark my words, yeah? When that UK premiere happens, guess who is going to be there showing out on the red carpet? And then what did you send me the other day?
The invite.
And are you going to go?
Yes. I'm going to go for Sandra.
When that Practical Magic 2 premiere happens, Munroe will be there.
And I will be there for Sandra.
And then when Nicole stopped, she was like, oh my God, girl, I love your outfit. You look amazing.
Like, thanks, Nicole. I love Practical Magic 1.
And then you're going to be under your breath, I fucking hate your wigs.
I don't hate her wigs.
Let's run it back.
I need a break from Nicole Kidman's wigs.
I'm here for the curls. I'm here for her divorce curls. I think she looks fantastic.
I love Nicole Kidman, but the wiggery...
Is it not for you?
It's too much.
Anyway,
okay,
I just wanted to make that note. I just wanted to make that note.
Well, you know what? I got given the invite, and who am I to turn Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock down? By the way, Sandra Bullock looks so good.
Well, they both look very good.
Oh my God, they both look so good. But like, Sandra Bullock just looks amazing. Not comparing women.
No, Sandra Bullock, she looks sensational.
She looks amazing. You know what? I haven't replied to the email yet, but You're
going to go.
I will be going.
You will be going.
I will be going. I have been consulting the Thomas George Walburn stylist extraordinaire about what I should be wearing.
It's going to be a massive dress that says hypocrite on the bottom.
Not hypocrite.
Hippo witch.
No, not the hippo witch of it all. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Anyway, sorry, no, I'm being a little bitch. I keep on saying it, but this summer just feels different. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
I went to the Jazz Cafe Festival, which was dusty, but fun.
It looked it.
But I think that's just the UK up and down. Like I was messaging somebody the other day and they were just like, by the end of the summer, the whole of the UK is just going to become Burning Man. It's just going to be a sea of dust and people in like bad leggings. But yeah, I went to Jazz Cafe Festival and I saw Ari Lennox perform, who I absolutely adore. She, the Shea Butter Baby, she sounded incredible and she was just really like in her bag. And then I went to Roots Picnic Festival, which was an absolute delight. And
it looked a vibe.
It honestly, my soul was fed. And can I just say, other UK festivals, take note. That's how you do it. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't perfect, but for a first run, it was excellent. Like the vibe was immaculate. There was no wahala. People kept it very cute. It was very grown and sexy. Common performed. Flowetry. Oh my gosh.
I was obsessed with Flowetry back in the day. Say Yes was my...
But that's it. Oh. Flowetry are this brilliant British duo, Natalie and Marsha. So they're a spoken word artist / rapper and a singer, and their sound is just really fab. And like Marsha Ambrosius, who's one half of Flowetry, she's an incredible singer-songwriter. She is the person who's going, cry me, at the end of Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Obviously, she sings far better than I do. And they were amazing. This happened over 2 days. I went on the Sunday. It was very grown and sexy. Everybody was really civilized and chill.
What was the toilet situation?
The toilet situation, I mean, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. I had a VIP pass.
That's the AMFO.
Listen, and that's on invested work in this industry and getting it back.
That's on National Treasure.
I'll take it where I can get it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. It looked really cute though.
It was lovely.
It looked like, when a festival is in its infancy and, the hordes haven't gotten their mitts on it. It feels like that. It feels like let's rinse this for all it's worth.
That is exactly right.
Yes.
It was so pure. That's how I'd describe it. It was just lovely. Shout out to Vula, one of our favourite singers. You know Vula. If you think you don't know Vula, trust me, you know Vula. You've seen her, vocal arrange for some of your favourite artists in the world, been a supporting vocalist for some of the biggest artists in the world. Vula is just that woman. She came out and sang The Light with Common and was brilliant. Robert Glasper, who's an incredible arranger, producer. He's worked with so many of our favourite artists, Cynthia Erivo, Yeba, the list goes on. He was incredible. It was just a really lovely, vibey, grown and sexy festival. But the highlight of my live music experience this month so far has been going to a secret Erykah Badu gig last week Wednesday. It was just...
Singing or DJing?
Singing. Yeah, that's a question I asked because when I was invited, I was like, is she singing or DJing? So dear listener, we're going to let you in on some tea. Well, it's not really tea, because to be fair, if you're an Erykah Badu fan,
you know.
You know what it is.
You know.
These are some things that you need to know about our queen Erykah Badu, just in case you didn't. Time is obsolete to her. It's a construct. When it's advertised that she's going to perform at certain venues, sometimes you don't know if you're going to get a DJ set, a little bit of singing, a bit of both, whatever she feels like. But the thing about this woman is that she is so brilliantly, frustratingly, and annoyingly magical and truly excellent and truly a one of one at what she does. When she gives it to you, you receive it and it's just a gift. Very much like Chaka Khan. Erykah Badu and Chaka Khan live in the same universe of don't give a fuckery when it comes about timekeeping.
And Lauryn Hill. Another person who was in the UK recently. So once again, I ask you, Munroe, the doors open for Erykah at 7 p.m. What time did she start singing? The doors opened at 7 p.m. I wanted to say 40 minutes because I think that is the diva time. 40 minutes.
Baby, add 2 hours. Erykah Badu.
Oh, no.
The doors opened at 7. Erykah Badu started performing at 20 to 10. It was her and Alan.
That's kind of jarring.
Here's the thing. I spent about 2 hours and 40 minutes being like, oh, you know what, fuck this, should I just go home? But then, once you've committed to the bit, you're like, okay, you know what? If I turn around now and she comes on, I'm going to be really, really annoyed that I missed it. She came on at 20 to 10 and she was absolutely sublime.
I say this, but, Madonna could make me wait 4 hours and I'd be just like, well, she can have these 4 hours for free.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are some artists who've got it like that.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu,
how much do you want your diva?
Well, this is it. And Erykah Badu has got an otherworldly talent. There's nobody like her. And she sang a couple of hits. She sang On, and she sang Apple Tree. She treated us to some new stuff that she'd made with the Alchemist. And it was a really beautiful setting. It was the studio of this artist called Alvaro Barrington, who's a brilliant, brilliant painter, brilliant artist. And there was maybe 250 people there, max. It was filmed for a special, which I'm sure you're going to see online soon. But I truly felt blessed and energized and inspired after I saw it. And I thought, wow, that's she's just a true artist, man.
She's just about it.
Yeah.
I think there's people, like we said the other week, there's singers that call themselves artists and there's artists that call themselves icons, but she is an artist and an icon.
Yeah.
And she's just really about it.
And she's a source, as you say.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu, has birthed the likes of a Janelle Monáe, of a Solange, of Sid from the internet. Beyonce's even inspired by her.
She's very that.
And on the complete flip, because, we like to give ourselves range, I went to see the Beetlejuice musical.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
It was fun. It's not a direct, word for word thing of the film. I think if you go there expecting it to be bar for bar what Tim Burton did, don't do that. But it's a really clever interpretation of the source material. But all the OG Harry Belafonte songs are in there. So you will hear Shake, 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 Sonora, all of that.
I still haven't seen Beetlejuice 2. I did the
Beetlejuice,
carpet.
Beetlejuice.
I did the carpet last. Listen, I should probably share something.
I think you should. I think it's time to confess. What do you do when it comes to film premieres? Because whilst Didden's here is fucking hosting them, what are you doing?
Sometimes I just walk the carpet and go through the fire exit and then go to dinner.
So you don't stick around and watch the film?
I do if I really want to see the film. But sometimes I'm wearing a dress that is such a moment that I can't physically fit into a seat in the cinema, and it's going to be really uncomfortable to sit there for 3 hours. And also the Beetlejuice carpet was a chance to really serve. I had this dress that was made custom by Dreaming Ellie, and I was like, this is just, Beetlejuice is like my aesthetic. I have to go. And it was just before my birthday dinner, which you couldn't go to because you were hosting the carpet. But you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go and walk this carpet. So I did. I shut it down. I looked sickening. And then I walked straight up the stairs and back out of the fire exit and then to my birthday dinner.
Do you know what? Because it was your birthday.
Yeah. It's always for a reason. I'm never like, I'm just going to go although sometimes, you know what? Sometimes the red carpet moment is bigger than the film. I don't really care about 007. But the premiere is at Royal Albert Hall. And do I want to stunt on the carpet?
Hosted that one as well.
And do I want to serve on the steps of the Royal Albert Hall in a big dress and be absolutely fabulous, in the words of Courtney Love?
If you have an opportunity to go to the Oscars in a fabulous gown and be absolutely fabulous, you're going to fucking take it.
If you're invited to the 007 premiere to be absolutely fabulous, I'm going to be absolutely fabulous. But do I want to sit there in a huge dress corseted for 3 hours? No. So I went up the stairs and then I went out the fire exit. And I went back to the hotel.
Great to know that good art is always appreciated in full.
No, but I don't do that with everything, And also I do it very, very rarely now, unless I actually have a reason. Also, I always go with my gay husband and he loves it all. So we have a great time.
You do have a great time.
Yeah.
So let's get into it, starting with the Wicker of it all.
Are you wet for Wicker?
I am wet for Wicker.
So
or technically, would you be dry for Wicker?
No, you want to be wet.
You want to be wet for Wicker, but I'm just wondering with the mechanisms
Are you wet
of
for Alexander Skarsgard?
Absolutely.
Same.
By now, we are sure you have seen the trailer for Wicker. If you haven't, let us paint the picture for you. Wicker is a brand new, fantasy comedy romance.
I guess.
Starring, from what we know, think 50 Shades of Grey meets a fabulous chair you found at a flea market.
A nice place to sit.
Exactly. It stars the brilliant Olivia Colman and Alexander Skarsgard. Also, my boy Kyle Smith-Bino's in it as well, and a whole host of other great British talent. And it's essentially about this woman who, it appears, can't get a date, can't get a husband. And so she goes to Peter Dinklage, who I'm sure you know, brilliant actor, Game of Thrones, Wicked the lot, and asks him to make her a man. And make her a man, he does, out of Wicker. And that man is played by Alexander Skarsgard. And this trailer has got the internet acting a damn fool. And we, for one, are into it.
So into it. Alexander Skarsgård has a knack. The whole Skarsgård family really actually have a knack for playing hot monsters. Whether it's Bill, I don't know, is Pennywise hot?
Clearly you think so. What is it? Is it the frilly white
I don't know if I like that.
Is it the frilly white pantaloons that do it for you?
I don't know. No, actually, no, Pennywise isn't hot. But Bill Skarsgård has played more than one monster. Nosferatu, that's who he played.
A lot of people were quite thirsty for Nosferatu.
Did you see that meme? It was like, you must bounce on it. Crazy style.
I did.
You must bounce on it. Crazy style.
I mean, Nosferatu is kind of giving Dom Daddy vibes.
Well, no, yeah, he's a Dom.
He's a Dom. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Skarsgård family are Doms. I once had dinner opposite Stellan Skarsgård.
The dad?
The dad. And I would.
You get it?
I would. I would with the whole family.
At once?
No, that's a bit weird. Maybe on the same day.
Ow.
with breaks.
Wow. Okay. I saw Stellan Skarsgard at BAFTA earlier on this year when I was hosting the carpet, and looking at him from afar, I can see why people adore him. I wouldn't necessarily say that I would, but I get it. They're just
all the more for me.
But there you go. But they're very vibey family. And from what I understand, even though they're very successful and Stellan is who he is and the kids are who they are, I think they were raised quite socialist and quite chill.
They seem very like liberal and like balanced and fun and open. And I love how Alexander Skarsgård and Pillion, one of my favorite performances from last year. Absolutely gorgeous film. Just
they called it a dom-com, didn't they?
Yeah, I was like, how would you describe Pillion? Yeah, it's a dom-com, but it's a dark comedy, but it's also it's gut-wrenching.
No, it's absolutely heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking.
It's beautiful. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, he plays this biker who is the dom in a BDSM relationship with this sort of quite innocent young guy who doesn't really have many friends and is quite shy and retiring. And it's basically about this guy sort of like gay awakening like through Alexandra, and it's based on a novel, and it's called Box Hill, I believe, and it's excellent. But
directed by the incredible Harry Leighton.
Yes. But back to Wicker.
Yes.
So basically, I have to say though, when the trailer first came out, I was like, this is really giving Fiyero in Wicked. So if by this point we trust, if you listen to this podcast, we trust you would have watched Wicked for good by now. And it's not a spoiler alert, because sorry, it's been out for ages, so tough titty if you haven't seen it. Fiyero, dun dun dun, becomes the Scarecrow as part of the Wizard of Oz universe, and he's made over in Wicked for Good, like, you know, with a face essentially made out of corn, maize, and like old Saxon bags, and he's got like hay-made hair. And quite honestly, Alexander Skarsgård's character in Wicker looks like the hotter older brother of Fiyero.
Yeah,
in
the Dom Daddy version.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If Fiero's like the cute sort of boy next door brother, like Wicker is his older brother who taught him everything he knows. He's like the player.
Yes.
Where like Fiero's the lover boy.
Yeah.
But the girls
also,
are going crazy for it.
Did you clock the appendage?
Do you know, I need to rewatch it.
I didn't see it because Clara sent it to me and I was like, what is this? And then I clocked it as Alexander Skarsgård and I was like, I'm invested. But there's a scene in the trailer where he's getting into, I think, a lake or a river. And yeah, you see the how would I say this?
We can say penis. We can say cock.
You okay. Well, yes. You see the wicker dick.
The wick.
You see the wick.
You see the wick.
You see the wick.
His big
wick
wick
of it all.
Yeah,
yes.
his wick. Yeah,
yes.
you do see his wick, don't you?
Yeah, you do see his wick.
Yeah, but Alexander Skarsgård's
and they
got
cut it out of the American version, apparently.
Of course they fucking did. But I think coming back to Alexander, that this has always been his MO, because I think a lot of people first got to know him as Eric in True Blood.
Yes.
Like the king of the vampires. That show for me was definitely a late sexual awakening. Because I remember I chatted to a friend of mine, Kirby, about this the other day, and I did think to myself, was True Blood good, or were we all just horny, or was it a bit of both?
I think I'd need to rewatch it to make that conclusion, but I think it was good.
Yeah.
I think it was good. There was a season where I was like, I don't know if this knows what it's doing anymore.
Oh, they definitely jumped the shark.
Yeah, and I don't know if it ended in the way that I would have liked it to, but there was a period of time where it was really good.
Alexander Skarsgård, alongside Nelson Ellis, may he rest in peace, who played the fantastic Lafayette. Brilliant character.
Oh, yes.
He perfectly written, so good. Alexander Skarsgård was a standout, but I think that's his thing, and that's the thing I appreciate about Alexander. I think he's confident enough in his skill as an actor to allow himself to be objectified in a way that is still equally cerebral and tongue-in-cheek, and that's a rare thing. I think Channing Tatum touches on that a little bit. I think he's still working towards that. Like, I think Channing Tatum is very aware that he's perceived, I think, as a little bit of a himbo, even though he's much smarter than that. And I think he plays the type like quite well. Like Magic Mike, particularly by the third film, it was just like, oh, come on, man. But again, he's aware of what his brand is.
I see Alexander Skarsgård as an actor. I kind of see Channing Tatum as just movie star.
Yeah, I do think Channing Tatum is a solid actor.
Like Channing Tatum's not doing small British flicks.
He's not, but I think because he is so particularly handsome in a very sort of like, it's almost half Ken doll, half male stripper, but then he's done a film about a male stripper, but then he's very good at playing to type. Like, I can't remember that film.
Chad.
Yes, and that film that he did with Sandra Bullock, like, you know, he's just, where Alexander Skarsgård, I think, has been afforded more dynamic choices because he's not afraid to be weird, he's not afraid to be dark. And that's not to say that, I'm sure Channing Tatum would love the same opportunities as Alexander Skarsgård, but I don't necessarily think that Hollywood is giving him them. So he's making do with what he's got. I think, and I have to say, no shade, but I think his greatest role was dating Zoe Kravitz.
Ooh.
And let me expand on that. I'm not saying their relationship wasn't real. Look, the wedding didn't happen. The engagement done broke off. She's having a nice time with Harry Styles. But his dating Zoe Kravitz gave him a level of cool that
I was surprised when they started dating.
I wasn't in the
because
slightest.
I don't see it. I didn't see it. Well, it's not a thing anymore, but I didn't see it. I think that she's too cool for him.
But that was the whole point. I think she was dating him as a bit of a lol. I'm fucking Magic Mike.
For me, it was giving Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. It's like, girl, you can do better than this.
No, but A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are very well suited. They are.
Who am I to say? Like, I can't be commenting. I don't know. When I first found out, not now, obviously, because they are like, 3 children deep? 4?
3 kids.
3 kids deep. And like, obviously there is a deep love there. And like, who am I to comment on anyone's love? But like, when I first found out, I was like, like Whitney and Bobby.
No, I could see it. But the thing is, Rihanna's around the way girl. He's around the way guy.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense. Like, yeah, she's the ultimate for him.
For him? But is he the ultimate for her?
I think vibes-wise. And stylistically.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. If they were, God forbid, if they were to ever go their separate ways, she could date any
This is what I mean.
man
I feel like he is punching. He's punching. She's not.
No, I agree.
That's what I mean.
Okay, fair.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm getting to.
We went from the Wicker Man to is A$AP Rocky worthy of Rihanna?
A$AP is punching. This is the range Rihanna is not.
You get on into it. But to summarize, Alexander Skarsgård, great at playing a hot weirdo, exists in a really beautiful, sweet spot of being able to do really compelling, heartbreaking drama, but also isn't afraid to send himself up as just being, a lot of everyone's fantasy.
Hot bisexual vampire in True Blood.
But this
Lest
is it.
we forget.
Whether he's a sexy vampire, a sexy biker, or a sexy, I guess, living piece of conjured up wood.
Yeah.
He can do it all. But I'm very excited to see this film.
Me too. Should we go together?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. We shall BRB.
If there's a premiere.
Should we go in Wicker baskets?
I think that's a bit too far.
A bit on the nose.
I do like to commit to the bit, but I think, listen, you do you, sis.
Young emerging CSM designer, you're up.
Exactly. What's been hilarious to see in the comments is every single sort of homewares superstore is getting in on the gag to try and get some free publicity.
Oh yeah, the IKEA.
IKEA being thirsty in the comments.
Yeah.
All of them are at it like, oh guys, look, we're selling wicker chairs. Okay, we get it.
I love those TikToks of people going and like seeing how comfortable something is. It's like, no, it's not doing it for me.
But yeah, Alexander Skarsgård. He called me beautiful once and it really made my day.
I would never recover.
Not to my face. Somebody told me he said it afterwards and I was like, why didn't you fucking tell me?
Yeah.
Well, I think he meant beautiful. I'm like, oh, she's quite cute, Ray, rather than like, oh. Well, no, he's not my boyfriend, is he? So I didn't think I was that beautiful. I think it's more like, oh, like how you pat a cute dog on the head. Like, oh, you beautiful dog.
Was that the vibe?
It was at Glastonbury. This was in the Alexa Chung era. Yeah. And they were all in some sort of like van getting in. Yeah. I think Grimmy might have been in the car. I think I stopped and said hello. And then Alexandra was in there because I used to call him the vampire. I'm talking too much business now.
No, we're not. This is gossip that I want.
But yeah, that crew called him the vampire. And
the True Blood.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I think it was either Grimmy or Amy told me, like, he said that you were beautiful. It's like, she's beautiful, like, when they left. I was like, oh my God. But I think in the sort of like, aren't you cute? But then, obviously, he carried on dating Alexa Chung. So, great for
Alexa Chung?
Maybe they were together for ages.
I did not know this.
If that woman ever decides to write a book about her past roster, do you know what? We'd read it.
Okay, so TV that we're into. This week, I decided to give The Shards a go. I'm really hit and miss with Ryan Murphy.
Well, that's the thing about Ryan Murphy as a figure in the creative industries. A hero to many, but also a villain to some. And I think it's starting to even out now.
Well, a villain firmly in my living room. I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know the man. But I don't know. Like when we're making up stuff about real killers and like just chucking in like an incest story that didn't actually exist. I don't know.
You're talking about the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very odd.
And I, you know what? I love a bit of homoeroticism, obviously. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like it just becomes one note sometimes. Aesthetically, it is kind of one note. It just feels a little predictable.
Do you know what? I'm not going to disagree with you there. I am somebody who, for my sins, I do enjoy Ryan Murphy output. I don't like all of it. I refuse to watch All's Fair. I will never watch that show because how do you mean you have got Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, the Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor, and you're putting Kim fucking Kardashian in the middle of all of that? You want me to take it seriously?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. And
but do you know what? I did love like her trying to act through her Botox. That was camp. And all of the compilations that were all over social media of her trying to like express through her Botox is like, I'm so angry right now. I love it.
How is this even happening right now? Am I that stupid? I failed. I hate failing.
As it's been established on this pod, never going to be here for the Kardashians, especially as they try and bulldoze their way into acting. Although I'll tell you what, I'll give Kylie a teeny tiny bit.
Kylie in
for
the
her
moment.
cameo in the moment.
Yep.
Fine.
Kylie needs to do more acting, I feel.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Anyway, back to Ryan Murphy. But
when he's good, he's good.
Yeah, but
popular, amazing. Early American Horror Stories, amazing. Scream Queens, amazing.
Glee. No, listen, Glee was amazing. I'm sorry, it was. I'm a proud Gleek. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but Glee was amazing.
Glee.
The writing was hilarious. The acting, like Naira
Sue
Rivera.
Sylvester is one of the best characters of all time.
Jane Lynch and Sue Sylvester.
But
Naira Rivera were excellent. Matthew Morrison, sorry, Tatman.
It makes me cringe. Yeah. It's one of those things that when I watch, I feel like my bumhole like just retracts inside of me.
Also, shout out to Amber Riley, also excellent in it. Very good.
The talent, everyone in it is phenomenally talented.
But I do agree with you. Ryan Murphy's content can often be very one note. It's always going to give you high quality music video, some homoeroticism, sometimes with an incestuous twist, and some grisly murder, like the Versace dramatization.
Yeah.
The casting was very good, and Hollywood as well. All of those shows, they all just sort of bled into one. But I can't.
It just feels a little like
predictable.
Yeah, like the Ryan Murphy algorithm of it all. Anyway, is it terrible? No. Is it entertaining? Yes. I just don't want to watch things that I feel like I've watched 1,000 times before. And I feel like it just kind of cheapens it. Anyway, so I watched The Shards. I literally got 20 minutes through it and I had to turn it off. I love a book adaptation. I haven't read The Shards, but I feel like when you adapt a book, it shouldn't just be a narrator speaking for like 20 minutes straight over like different scenes. I feel like I need it to be adapted and there needs to be imagination there rather than just like models who have become actors just kind of doing like...
You can say Kaya Gerber with your chest. It's okay. Because people know who's in this show. It stars Kaya Gerber, daughter of Cindy Crawford, and it also stars Homer Gear, son of Richard Gere.
Yes.
And in a pop culture bizarro universe, which is actually real, once upon a time, their parents were married. So her mum, Cindy Crawford, was married to her co-star's dad, Richard Gere. They were married for about 3 or 4 years and then divorced. And then 30 years later, here they are. Their kids are now starring as potential lovers if the story continues how we think it's going to in this...
Well, I wouldn't know because I turned it off.
Yeah.
But I also just... It's the stunt casting for me. I just feel like it's just too contrived. Like All's Fair, whatever it's called, just felt too stunty. Like all of these women are incredibly famous in their own right. And when that happens, I feel like it just I can't suspend my disbelief.
See, I can when the actors are good. I think when ensemble casting is done well, it is so powerful. And I don't think it does take you out of it, because when everybody brings their A game, beautiful art can be created. But I think the way in which that show is stylized, and again, having never seen an episode, I've caught little bits of people's shady compilations on social media. It all got overshadowed by Ryan Murphy's fixation with wanting to make Kim Kardashian into like a thing as an actor. I think it just overtook the whole narrative of what had the potential to be quite a fun show. I mean, from what I hear, they've been granted a second season.
I like ensemble casts in costume dramas when there's other stuff going on. But when it's just kind of, let's all just capitalize on fame, it just feels like that.
It's too stunty for your liking.
A bit too stunty for me. I didn't really like it. What did you think about it?
I persevered. I wasn't particularly enthralled. I thought I've seen this before. I mean, to give our listeners context, if you didn't know, it's based on a novel by Bret Easton Ellis, who's the writer behind American Psycho, and it's semi-autobiographical. So, it's his life growing up in the 80s as a not out, bisexual young guy and his privileged friends. And yeah, I just thought I've seen this before. How many times have we seen dramas about super rich white kids from LA doing coke when their parents are gone away, with the mum who secretly resents her daughter because the mum used to be the hot thing once upon a time, with either a closeted dad or the dad that's a perv.
Someone's closeted.
But this is it. We've seen this over and over again.
That's what I mean. Yeah. It's just I don't know, it's just the twist is that, not the twist is that he's gay, but that's the only point of difference really. Apart from that, I'm just this is just another show about privileged, rich white people doing drugs and someone's dead.
Yeah, I just think, honestly, if you really want a good source of this, baby, just stream the first Cruel Intentions.
Yes.
Don't worry about any of those shit made straight to streaming sequels.
Although Amy Adams in the second one, she could
have that. Also, Amy Adams deserves an Oscar. It's overdue.
Amy Adams, that's our girl.
But
that's
a conversation for another day.
Amy Adams in
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Well, Amy Adams in anything, but
she's very good in Cape Fear.
That's what I was going to say.
She's excellent in Cape Fear. She's
I
very
love
good.
Amy Adams. But she needs more love.
TV I'm into at the moment. I binged and I think I may have to watch it again. It's a show called Possession and it is fantastic. It's on Now TV. It stars Gugu Mbatha-Raw. It's written by Carla Crome, who's an actor and a writer, and it's about this solicitor, played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw. She's mixed race. She's half Jamaican, half English, and she goes to Jamaica to try and sort out basically a financial issue around the estate of a former plantation. And as we know, plantations, the history of those aren't great. And it's all about the horror and the sort of reconnecting to self that she does. And it is a brilliant exploration of the transatlantic slave trade, but Britain's part of it, and their dealings in Jamaica and what happens with generational curses. And it's a really great observation on just the disgusting history of the transatlantic slave trade and a really interesting new take on gothic horror. And I urge anyone to watch it. It's only 5 episodes long. So I did it all in one go. And Johnny Lee Miller's in it, Belle Powley, although...
Belle, you need to be consistent, babe. You know what? I don't want to say anything more than that. I don't want to go down that road.
No, I know you don't want to go down that road.
For certain reasons.
No,
you know
I know
what you did, Belle Powley.
It's peak.
Am I right?
You're not wrong, honey.
I'm not wrong. Belle, consistency.
And we say this because we actually are fans.
We like you, Belle.
And this is
we want to like your decision making.
So Gugu Mbatha-Raw and Belle Powley are reunited. Last time a lot of people would have seen them together was in The Morning Show. Love The Morning Show.
The Morning Show.
They're reunited in this.
They're both very good in The Morning Show.
And Sheldon Shepherd, another brilliant Jamaican actor, are in this. And it's basically the story of what happens to a formerly enslaved man and the family who did the enslaving and how that has affected generations, like 300 years later. And it's just brilliant and really original and really cool. And I loved it. And I want to see more of that. Like I love gothic horror. I love a gothic thriller, but I just love learning more about that horrendous time in history, but through the black gaze. Like it's just really, really well done. And that is the TV that I am into. As per usual, intentions were set about what we were going to talk about on this episode. And as per usual, many tangents appeared from said intentions. But that's who we are and that's what we do. But I will conclude by saying R.I.P. William Orbit. Yes. Impresario, incredible producer. We will continue to stream all of your iconic music forever because you created a soundscape for many people that will live on. And yeah, it's a terrible shame.
It really is. Sometimes it's in the tangents.
It is. The magic's in the tangents.
Yeah, maybe that's our slogan. Sometimes it's in the tangent.